Okay, hey everybody, this is Grace. I'm on my way to go back to do some work. You know, I do these food deliveries for insurance, health insurance purposes, short version. There it is. And, you know, just to prove, I got to prove to the government I make a certain amount. Although the health condition that I have should prevent me from working. I live in Texas. Anyway, I figured something out, I think, and it's on one of these apps. You know, they have several apps available, and my market seems pretty much saturated. And it's from the start I felt that way for some of them. And anyway, I don't like to name the name of the app and all that. You know, I'm using just don't like that. And just as I don't like showing my face, although I have in the past. I've been making videos on my original channel for 10 years, so yeah. Anyway, one of the things I think I figured out, I'm going to test it out today to see if it was just a fluke that day. I had come to some conclusions and figured some things out, continue to through Monday. Today's Wednesday. I didn't work yesterday, but it's April 24th, 2024 at 11:39 a.m. So I want to see how this works, and I'll talk about it. That light took a long while today. Anyway, I got a Bubba truck on my tail, and it's daylight, and as usual, the Bubba truck has lights on bright. Well, they don't usually have the lights on during the day, but they will have them on bright. Now think about it. You're driving down the road, and big truck, Bubba truck behind you, and they've got the brights on at night. It's time to have it on during the day. Anyway, so what I was kind of led up to, what it all my thoughts did, is that, and I know some people will know, but maybe if you know. Anyway, oh, this is bugging me because somebody's that. Oh, anyway, it's the whole thing of, you know, like you start your app up, whichever ones. And I'm not saying that's just one that does it, but right off the bat, you get a bunch of crappy orders. I just call them crap. People call them different things, like, you know, just along the same line. And there are orders that other people who would take. You know, they're stupid, and they're already being, you know, sent around, and they send them around more than once. They send them around over and over and over. Okay, and that's how it all starts out. Well, what does it do to your acceptance rate with, you know, the AR? Okay, and that's something I didn't know when I first started off. I still feel like I'm new at this, even though I'm really not, I guess. But back in July is when I started. The end of July, I started doing these food deliveries, and I didn't know. You know, I had seen some of what they do on videos on YouTube. You know, people who make videos. You know, they're not, as far as I know, they're not being paid to do so, and they left out a lot. It's not like they actually are teachers, or, like I said, they're not working for the app, so they're just saying what they know. Okay, they could be wrong, and it could be just for their market. Like, it wouldn't work in mine. This is Texas, yeah. And I've already mentioned that I've seen this particular. A lot of them talk about conspiracy theories, but maybe they're not. You know, like they talk about bots. I don't talk about bots. I had my first computer in 1982. Heard enough about these bots. You know, everybody talks about it, and I know what they really mean. But yeah. Okay, I would say this the first time this has happened, but it's not. I was at a light right there, and a bicyclist tailgated me. It's not the first time. I've actually been driving, and bicyclists, you know, the ones that, I don't know, they go in groups, and they have their uniforms and all this. They surrounded me. And one got in front of me when I was already at the light, and he got in front of me, two in the back and one on the side, and the one on the side started saying all kinds of stuff to me, and it was very threatening. It was bad. And So yeah, I don't have a problem calling the police when somebody's being threatening toward me. So I did, and the police said they shouldn't have done that at all, and on and on. You know, of course they shouldn't have done it at all. But this one was just a bicyclist tailgating me. Anyway, okay, let me get to this. But really, what I had thought about was all these really crappy orders that come up. Look at what they're doing to my AR. It's down. It was down to 8%, I think, and they started sending me these weird things about it. And I don't know if they're just doing that now to everybody. I think we're a test market for a lot of things, like some things that just came out for all else, and they're advertising we've had for quite a while. Well, since I started, I'm saying quite a while, like I've been around that long. But no, since I started, they're just now putting it out there. And maybe this is one also. Or maybe they just do it whenever you get below 10% on your AR, so acceptance rate. I don't know. But I had it up to 20, but I know that because when I started using it, didn't only use that one, that I didn't think that it would have, I never read anywhere that the acceptance rate meant something. And I kept thinking, of course they're not going to say that it means something when they keep sending all these really crappy orders over and over and over again. I'm not talking like once I decline it. They just keep sending them. And of course I'm not going to, I didn't accept it the first time. Why do I keep getting it, again? I'm not going to accept it when you send it back around the second, third, or fourth time. I'm not going to do it. Period. And that would take away from my acceptance rate. But like I said, think about it all. I wouldn't think that they would judge by acceptance rate, but apparently now they are. You see? All of that going around in circles. So, yeah, all of you stop, get out, and fix the truck on this road. Okay. Anyway, and all of a sudden there's a lot of traffic. Alrighty. Anyway, so basically there was other things, like I was trying to find areas like people do that you see. I've seen people have their own little spot where they sit and they get orders when they're just sitting there. It's very rare for me unless I'm on another app. And but for me, it's like, other than that, and it's seldom. But other than that, it's often. The only time I get offers is when I am moving. I'm actually driving down the road. Okay. And even though they say that they're all about this safe driving, and they send this, you can watch this video about don't be looking on your app while you're driving, but the offers come in when you're driving. Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Anyway, so there's so many things that made me come to this conclusion about these crap offers. Is I was doing a lot of thinking about it and everything. So the next time some of them come up, I started it progressed. Okay, but basically at the end of it was anytime one of them comes up, and right when I turn it on, it's going to start sending me those again. I just close it down again and wait a few minutes, to where they've gone through how long it takes them to go through all these crap orders again, and then I turn it back on, and I'll get a good one that's not a crap order. So far, that's how it worked Monday, and that could be all it is. They're going to send, if they got this lineup, I log off and power down, okay? But it's like they had this lineup. Okay, here's another one. They finally come to do all these and send crap, and then resend them and resend them and resend them like that. But if I'm log off, not going to happen. I'm not going to get all those, and my AR go down. Work toward getting it up. I got it up to 15% on Monday. From down it was, I don't even, what did I say? Maybe 9 or 8 or 9, 8 I think. I don't know, but it was low. And they were sending me that thing saying, but then you can do one, and then the next one comes when you first start back up. One of them comes up, and that can take it down a notch. But it's not, I've noticed it's not like the percentage. Yeah, the percentage is kind of weird, what I would think that it is. How I would think that it works. I mean, doing an order seems like it gives me sometimes 2%. Yeah, some people say it's right there in the middle. But then the next one can do the same thing too. So it's something I'm going to try out. And I'll tell you, if it weren't for this kind of thing, I could figure out my brain would get so bored. Honestly, would get so bored with this, because just picking up and dropping off and picking up and dropping off, that, picking up, driving, the whole routine, it would be too boring. So it's good to have something to think about, something that maybe this is going to work. Although it's twice I've tried to figure out how AIs work, and of course, yeah, right. Back in the day, because I have my first computer in 1982. Really, social media got started, I think, in the late 1980s, early 1990s, and I was one of them that was there. I was one of them that was linking my computer through Telnet with other people before we had this World Wide Web, or before it was popular, maybe, but before it was even there, maybe, all the same. And so yeah, I've seen a lot over the years, but we'll see. Okay, I just went and filled up with gas, and I don't let it get below a quarter of a tank. And that's where it was, right above it. Anyway, and it reminded me of just the other day. I don't remember how, it was probably late last week, but Adam and I were at one of these places where we usually sometimes sit to try to get offers when he goes with me, and we were leaving out of there, and they have a whole bunch of these stalls for the gas and all that. I got a Bubba truck behind me here, okay? My goodness. But anyway, there are Bubba trucks everywhere. Anyway, there was, at the gas, there was a car parked, in the stall to get gas, and somebody was there jumping their car battery. That is how unsafe. Very. It's like, what the crap? I mean, it doesn't even say on the sign, no jumping. I mean, you're going to have to put it in neutral and move the freaking thing. I mean, I don't know. These new cars, you never know. So I'll strike that. I don't give anybody any advice. So strike that. But really, sitting there, that seems to me, somebody to correct me if I'm wrong, extremely dangerous. Really. I mean, you got sparks. How many of us have ever jumped a car? I have. My own. Had it jumped more, back in the years ago. Many years ago, yeah, several times in my lifetime. I'm 60. I've been driving 45 years. Yeah, it happens. And, or seen other cars, something, and sometimes, boom, there's sparks. Think about it. Anyway, I'm going to try to see what I get. Okay, I came out here. I waited only 30 minutes. I wasn't getting any. Actually, I had two. One of them was bad, and then the other one was to Dallas. I'm not going 20 miles to Dallas, 20, 25. However, I remember one of them said that was how far it was to Fort Worth. No, maybe it could be. You never know, wherever I was at the time. But no, I'm not going downtown Dallas. I'm sorry. It's just not happening. I'm not going anywhere in Dallas. It's not going to happen. I'm north. I do mainly northeast of Dallas. And why do I want to go through all that to deliver something for like $6 or something? I think that one may have been $9, but you not have to come back. So no, not happening. Anyway, didn't do anything negative. But I didn't get to try it out. I'm going to go and buy some groceries, some stuff I need at the grocery store, pharmacy. Just get some done, go home, maybe go back out for dinner. Because it's 12:26, and I mean, it was crickets. Other than those two, nothing. That's very unusual for a lunch run. Come on, what's going on? I don't know. Of course it is the week after tax day. See, how many days would tax day? It would have been 9 days ago. So, and I guess it's still the same. Hardly any offers. I mean, I'm serious. Those two, in it was about 30 minutes. Wow. At lunch, the noon hour. That's it. That's usually it for lunch. Total it for lunch. So, not happening. That if it's just that dead, and then they want to send me an order, say go to Dallas. That's not what I'm here for. I'm not here to. I did the charity ones that day, trying to get my Monday, trying to get my AR up. You know, the no tippers, and yeah, really. I do not blame customers. I really don't. I'm not one to say, oh, this is the customer's fault. We're not making what we want to make. No, it's not the customers. Seriously. They don't owe us crap. And I was a customer for the first, starting years ago. And I would say, like, what is this? They want us to pay a monthly or yearly or per order fee. Then they want a delivery fee. Then they want to charge more. I was doing groceries. Charge more for groceries. And then tip? Wow. What a ripoff. That's how I saw it. That is exactly how I saw it. And, I don't blame people at all. Because really, that's a lot. That is a lot to have to pay, just to have groceries. But then 2020 hit. I think the first time I did order may have been even 2017, but definitely before 2020, because I'd already known how it was working. Okay, I just went here, and there was a young woman who was across from me, and she parked her. She was coming out, and she had her shopping cart, one of those little ones. So she didn't want to walk around or walk to one, just like a few steps down. So what she did was she put her shopping cart in front of my SUV to where, it was on top of the curb to where, it could fall off and hit my SUV. But it was more important that she didn't have to walk those extra few steps. God, the people, seriously, I wonder about people that bad, really. Oh, but anyway, I was in there in the store, and they have on their regular price 12-pack Pepsi. I don't know, I drink diet and caffeine free, and it's kind of rare to find them, but they had been selling them quite a bit. And then Adam said something about they raised their prices, and some of these places say they're not going to buy them. Yeah, right. Okay, I don't buy into this stuff anymore. I don't know which, Anyway, all of them at one place. I just talked to the manager about this. I am one who's starting to talk to the manager. Call me Karen if you want to. I'm not going to be around to let people take advantage of me for too long. I'm 60 and I have poor health. I won't be around forever. Those people who are going around calling people Karens, you're setting yourself up for, if you're younger especially, to have to deal with not having people who are going to say, we're not paying this. You're not going to price gouge. Yeah, that's what I am. One who called and told her, look, you're selling yours says on sale with card, on sale. Now just think about that. On sale with card for a 12-pack of Diet Dr. Pepper, caffeine free, any of them, was $9.99. She said, well, it's been like that for years. I said, I don't want to use the word price gouging. And she said, she tried to say something negative to me about me, but I said that price gouging, and I said, I don't know if I want to use that one, or she started getting smart, like I'm some conspiracy theorist. And I said, you might want to check in the neighborhood to see what their prices are. There are other stores around here, because she said this stuff, it's been like that for years. No, it's been like that probably since 2020, and they're taking advantage of it. That's sick. That's disgusting. It's not just one what they call chain either. And so I know where they are at other places, and there can't be that big of a difference of what they charge them. Just can't be. So they can hike up that price so high. And that was on sale. It used to be that just regular. Before that it was $7.99. So no, she's kind of lying there. She's not just kind of, she is lying. Because it hasn't been that same price for years. But anyway, and it shouldn't have ever been. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. But anyway, this store over here, their regular price is $5.98. So their regular price is $5.98. The other one is a well-known chain store too. The other two that I know of. So, what was the word I don't want to really use? The term much, perhaps. I would love to see what they were paying before 2020 for them and what they're paying now, and why it would say that they would need to bring the price for us up so high, to set it so high. Why would they need to? Does it justify it? Full disclosure here. Well, come on. I want to see. Tell us why you have to charge. They used to be on sale. You could get 3 for $10. Yeah, it used to be before 2020. Well, before 2020, and they started saying, hey, my opinion. I could be totally wrong. It's my opinion. I'm not naming which one, or did I? I don't think I did. I'm not intentionally naming any of them. But, well, the one that's cheap, maybe. The one that has a decent price. But I was talking to that young woman. She said, I said, that's a good price. I said, what is that price? And she was helping me check out. She was checking me out. And she said, it's $5.98. I said, that's a really good price in comparison. And she started talking about, yeah, I know. Do you know that store? And I said, yeah. That wasn't the one I was thinking of. She said, dang, you go there and the groceries are outrageous. I've not shopped there for groceries in a long time. I maybe picked up one thing here and there, but overall, no. So, it's so disgusting. Or that whole excuse, they can't find employees. I don't fall for that BS. I just don't. I mean, I don't hear that hardly much anymore. I don't hear it. But I wouldn't doubt it if one of them tried to use that to do that. What's that term I didn't want to use? Price gouge. When is something going to happen? Is it going to? Well, actually, I think they're just really, really, really. Okay, I wonder if I was sitting here making a video and basically talking to myself, because I moved the camera and it just turned the cell phone off and didn't make the bing noise that it cut it off. But anyway, what I was saying was, I was talking about some of the prices at some of these places for just things like 12-pack of sodas. I get diet caffeine free. And just $9.99, and one place it was on sale with card. And I spoke to the manager about that over the phone when I left, because there was something else that was a bit more serious. Well, no, that is serious. So let's not act as though that's not serious. I said, I don't want to call this price gouging, but $9.99 on sale. Well, it's been that price forever. Anyway, I don't know if that part of the video got messed up somehow, because it just went blank. But anyway, I was showing all the road construction they have. This is a very wealthy county, and actually very conservative, and they are definitely taking advantage of the Biden's infrastructure, the road constructions and all this. Man, it's like you can't go hardly anywhere without roads construction, which is of course a good thing. They're fixing all these old roads that didn't have any money in it, I guess. But lots of it. I mean, the whole county. That's the county I use. This is the #1 wealthiest county in Texas. #1 wealthiest county in Texas. And there's one that it competes. I don't say compete. It's one switch back and forth, but it depends on how they rate the population. how they do it by population. Is it this one or is it that one? Anyway, this is number one wealthiest, and yeah, very conservative. They are taking advantage of that. Yeah, this is a good thing. It's a good thing not to be anybody take advantage of policies that they argue against, but then to use them. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not into politics. But there's a lot of road construction, and since I'm doing these food delivery things, woo, man, I do know what I'm talking about. And this is the county in which I live, and in which I deliver. Although every once in a while, wants me to go down to Dallas, not just Dallas County, but just to Dallas. And I'm saying, no thank you. That's what happened today. Went out to sea for lunch run, and it gave me two. One was ridiculous. It was one of those nobody would take kind of things. And neither was this one. It wanted me to go like 20 minutes lunch rush to down to inside Dallas from up here, northeast of Dallas, suburbs, in the suburbs. And some are big cities onto themselves. But no, I wasn't going to do that. I have no idea. It was probably 20 miles or so. No thanks. Okay, there's a Jeep weaving in and out of people, in and out of cars and everything, and I'm going to wave at them as I pass them by. I was one person that couldn't stand following me, being behind me. So they got over this, but this is a different way, but still, I'm not going to be totally passing them by. But usually it happens that I'm in the same lane going the same direction. And they're weaving in and out of people, not just me. Or sometimes it is. Sometimes they're tailgating me. And then by the time we get to the light and keep going, I'm waving as I pass them by. They're usually tailgaters, and then they think that, they own the road and everybody has to move out of their way, and they want to go faster, much, much faster than the speed limit. And they get caught by the light. These lights are kind of set. I just think it's so ridiculous. It's really harmful. It can be very harmful to people. Seriously, if you crash, if you tailgate somebody and something happens and you hit them from behind, you could be liable for quite a bit. I would imagine. Seriously. Anyway, so it was an interesting conversation with that young woman. It was funny because I had gone to go to the restroom. I went to the restroom, and she was in the, so much happened. This happened so many different places, but she was in the stall for people with disabilities, which I need because of the bars, hamstring, muscle atrophy, and I need the bars to help me. And so I have to use the handy, disabled. I am disabled. Okay, I'm classified as American with disabilities. So, but so many places this past week, even, I think this would be the 5th or 6th time. Different places, never this one. I don't know what she was doing in there, but I think she was trying to work on it or something. She said, I'm going to have to go get the janitor in there. And so then she was the one to check me out. But that just reminded me so many times this past week, say 7 days or whatever, that I go to these restaurants, or that was not a restaurant, it was a grocery store, but these places, and the people that work there are taking their breaks in the restroom for people with disabilities. That's so wrong. Okay, and one time it was a child with a mom, a grandma. She said, "That's my granddaughter is in there." I was just waiting, but I don't say things to people about it. Maybe I should. I have actually gotten in one, and the person was still staying that worked there, and I said when I went into there, I said, these restrooms are for customers, for people. No, I said for people with disabilities, not a break room to talk on the phone. And that's what they do. They go in there and they take a break, and they're on the phone. One woman actually told me. I walked up there and I started to open it, because I don't think anybody's in there. And started to open them. They're usually shut. And how would I know, if somebody's in there or not? And she said, "I'm on the phone." I was like, oh my goodness. Really? You think you're at home or something? Oh my goodness, some of the things I've seen. Anyway, I think I'm gonna go home. Maybe make myself some. I need to start eating a little more protein. I haven't been lately. Make myself something. I've gotten to where I don't like meat. Really. Adam was like, boy, all of a sudden. I said, yeah, just don't like meat. I think I'm gonna have to start learning how to cook fish. Yeah. So anyway, talk to you on another video. Bye. Okay, it's now just before 7 o'clock, and I'm out again to try to do at least an hour of delivery. That would be probably 2 if I get any. I didn't get any earlier today. I'm talking, well, right when I turned it on, there was a bad one, of course. And so I did the thing of, and I've taught myself to do, is to just totally log off once it starts that crap, so it won't keep sending them to me. You know, it sends me a whole bunch of bad ones, and then nobody would take. It's obvious nobody would want to take those. You know, like no tips and going all the way 20 miles or something like that. And then I turned it back on when I felt like, okay, it's got all those out of its system wanting to send them to me. And I think it was another 30 minutes before it sent another one. I was driving around, and it sent another one, and it was wanting me to go to Dallas, which I do suburbs north and northeast of Dallas. And no, I'm not traveling all the way to Dallas. And sometimes it's down, it looks like downtown. No, that's not happening. And so I just said, screw this, and I turned it off, and I went and bought groceries and did stuff like that and went home. So now I came back out. Like I said, it's 2 minutes right now before 7. And I turned it on, and so far what's shown up is crap. So it's doing the crap orders thing. But I want to see, because today is Wednesday, April 24th. It's a Wednesday. I found I had good luck with Wednesdays. And not always, but since July I started doing them. But we'll see. And it was funny, at one place I mentioned these about what I've noticed a lot of people delivering from are these 4-door older model cars that are, I would say, really inexpensive ones. Nothing fancy about them. And this is Texas, and I do not recall ever seeing so many 4-door silver gray cars. Old, usually a hubcap missing at least one, or maybe not all of them have, that I've seen, lost a hubcap. But I'm saying that to say they're not all that kept up. And I've seen the people delivering from them actually see them do it. One was right next to me and thought he owned the road, and rules don't apply to him. And after I had to deliver something, came back, got my SUV, and he drove up, and the road was his, according to him. And I've seen him, driving. I look over, I see what app they're on. I've seen two actually drive up, go into the restaurant, come back out with the bags. I recognize that's how they do them, So there's something. I think somebody has would you call it, a fleet of these, and they have a business. I don't understand why that would work for them, how it would work. But anyway, I'm 7 o'clock. I'm going to try. Okay, this is jumping all over the place. I got to get a different one. Just bought this one recently, and it's crap. The mount for my camera, seriously, crap. So you'll see this guy. Anyway, I just got one order. It was crap. But I'm doing it to try to improve my AR right now. When I noticed they started sending me these, whatever they are, about how bad I'm doing. But, yeah. And so some things I've been thinking about all come together, and I said, how can I do this? And basically when they start sending those, like I said already, I think, I turned it off. Well, if I change zones, which they don't call them zones, but I can tell I've been doing it, through here quite a bit. As soon as it goes into a different, what I would only call zone, it starts all the crap ones all over again. That's in that area. And I'm talking like 3 or 4 miles down the road. I've lived in, there are a whole bunch of suburbs out here of Dallas, and just a whole bunch of crap. You know, I mean, I'm talking this. They just. I was in that neighborhood after I delivered. I turned it on. One of them came up, wanted me to go to Dallas. It's for a few bucks. No way. Dallas is. I cannot imagine driving Dallas, which I don't know all these roads and all that. So it would be really bad. And trying to get back. You know, it's going to be dark before I would get there. Even no, I'm not going to some area I don't even know. After dark, and I'm not going to Dallas. Plain and simple. You know, why they started that kick lately. And it's just been like the past month, a few weeks. This month. Today's April 24th. Wow, it's just been recent. Wanting me to go to Dallas. God, that ain't happening. Oh, so I'm just turning it off until I get back to my area or my zone. And I don't even know if I'll be able to take one. Because I don't deliver by myself when it's dark. And it probably will be dark in about 45 minutes. But you know, it's going to be one of these $4 for 5 miles. If not, the bad ones, like I said, I had one that was $2 for 20 miles. Think about that. Do the math. $2 for 20 miles. And that's just 20 miles going there. You know, the whole trip to pick up and then go there to that person's house. I have to come back. I would have to come back. Of course I didn't take it. No way. You know, and not last night, but 2 nights ago, I did a bunch that people didn't tip. I just want to get this AR to where they stop sending me crap to see if that's what it is. You know, or if it's those gray cars. Maybe it's a combination. Hopefully I can get one, get there, and I gotta get back, and then they'll probably send me right back here. You know, out of the way. No, not good, any good money. And it's gonna be crazy. I don't know. You know, I don't know how they weigh these. You would think, okay, like, you know, 100 is, you know, 100%. Decline 1, it's 99. Decline 2, it's 98%. You see, like this. That would make, you know, sense. But apparently they weigh them differently somehow. Like, in my favor, you know, I do one, although this time it didn't happen, but do one, it seems to be more than just 1%. But this time, like I said, this time it didn't happen. So, I don't know. That's the way it was happening. If not, I mean, come on. They're sending all these crap ones over and over and over again. You know, they're 1%, aren't they? Now, I could say those are 1%. But what about the ones I actually accept and do? I don't know. So, you know, they don't really, well, they kind of do explain it, but it doesn't seem like it works that way. Like I said, it works in my favor. I'm not going to complain. But is it working consistently? I don't know. You know, how would they weigh these differently? Anyway, I think I'm gonna. Oh my goodness! I looked to see what they had put up for a tip. Now this is not a reflection on me because this is what it was when I picked it up. So they don't know that I'm picking it up. So it's not a tip toward me, you know, in that sense. But it was 48 cents. I mean, that's just what they offered up. 48 cents. I think it was an elderly person. You know, I remember a day whenever people did tip like a quarter. Okay, when I was really young. And I'm 60. Yeah. And I think it's you know, whenever I see something like that, it's an elderly person. If I see no tip, generally whenever I actually get to see the person, it's a kid. It's a kid. You know, so... But yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get that one more and then go home. Okay, pardon the blinker, but nope. The next one they sent me was going far, not to Dallas, but in the other direction to McKinney. And I'm saying, nope, not going to happen. Oh, I don't think so. Yep, nope. There's somebody gonna as a kid. So I'm cutting this off. I'll talk to you on another video. Bye.